So in fact having those sort of cylinders in flats like this is potentially lethal.
I believe it is potentially lethal.
Why spend all the money if they're all right?
And the risk of fire going from one flat to another.
Well, they can't be saved.
We're concerned about them falling down, not fire. Yes. Because all they would do was cover it in cracks.
A meeting of worried tenants in Hammersmith, West London.
I'm right.
Hammersmith housing officials, like their counterparts throughout Britain, are faced with an insoluble dilemma. Privately, they know that their tenants are at risk, but publicly, they have to try to defend the decision to leave them in their tower blocks.
Just tell me one thing. When you've done this work, will you put your pen to paper and tell me that these flats are completely safe?
I think it would be a very brave man who would be prepared to say that something was going to be safe for a longer period than 20 years.
Why?
Because who knows?
Why are you wasting your money doing the work then? Because if they're not going to be safe, I don't want to live in them with my family.
When they were built, everybody thought they were absolutely safe for the 60-year period. Shortly after they were built, Ronan Point fell down, so we went and had another look, and then we said they were going to be safe for 60 years after we did the strengthening. We've found these problems which we never expected. So, I mean, I can't say that we won't find more problems that we don't expect now. We know a lot more now about these buildings than we did 20 years ago.
Well, who's going to make this decision? How does this message get back that some of us want out? Who takes the message back? You, Dinah?
Some of us just had enough. We can't stand them coming in once more.
The housing policy is that you put in for a transfer request.
Yeah, but they
I cannot turn round and say you can.
We know you.
I really like you. I think you're a frightfully nice girl. I'm going to put you in another nice little acquired property. Yeah. Do you think I can do that?
Either of these people are taken out of there while the work's done, and a complete survey is done of the whole block. Or we admit the mistake that was made and pull them down. Bring back the avenues. There were downsides.
I felt as if I was beginning a convalescence. One of the books I'd bought was by the philosopher Henri Lefebvre. The idea of a new life is at once realistic and illusory, and hence neither true nor false. A total revolution, material, economic, social, political, psychic, cultural, erotic, etc., seems to be in the offing, as though already imminent to the present. To change life, however, we must first change space. For 20 years I'd never left the Arctic, but I'd experienced the development of the digital technologies with which I kept in contact with the outside world. I was surprised how little these had changed the appearance of the landscapes we were passing. My colleague had told me that though the United Kingdom is now one of the most electronicized and internationalized of the advanced economies, its houses are the oldest and most dilapidated in Western Europe. 40 years earlier, we'd imagined a very different transformation.
De bouwers van vroegere culturen werkten ook niet. Het nuttige werk werd gedaan door slaven. In Nieuw-Babylon wordt het werk ook gedaan door slaven. Dat zijn de machines, de robots, de elektronische breinen. De mens doet slechts creatief werk. Maar Nieuw-Babylon berust op een creatief gebruik van de machine. De machine in de hand van de kunstenaar. Nieuw-Babylon is antilogisch. De hele stad is één groot, immens, overdekt collectief tehuis.
New Babylon was the project of the artist Constant, an early member of the Situationist International. In a newspaper, I noticed an image of the pyramids, illustrating an extract from a study which had just been published. This revealed that, in England and Wales, the rate at which dwellings are being replaced is now so low that, in theory, every house will have to last for 5,600 years.
Nieuw-Babylon is een labyrint, onuitputtelijk in variatie, een paleis met 1000 kamers.
What does it mean to live in a culture which finds it so difficult to produce new domestic architecture?